Kirsty Gilmore, it seems like forever since we stand in the Avant France, where Scotland clinched that the bronze medal with Julie McPherson winning a crazy women's singles out of nowhere. And now we're 2 years almost later, Aarhus, Denmark. Now finally at the tournament we actually qualified for. How's the waiting time been?
Yeah, it almost feels like two separate events. You kind of forget that that's what got us here. But we have all been kind of reflecting as a team this week back to that performance. And yeah, it does feel like a long time ago, but there was so many positives to that week. And it was almost kind of a surprise. I'll talk a lot about being the underdog, and then suddenly you find yourself not being the underdog. I think we thoroughly find ourselves back at being the underdog now that we're at the world competition, but it's a place where Scotland loves to sit, and it's a place that we really thrive. So yeah, we're all excited. We have some new members of the team, which is like always a fresh injection. So yes, I mean it's a big event to have your first cap at, but it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, and it's actually something that we see in a lot of European teams. Of course, you also had your first cap back in some time ago.
2010.
Yeah, that's more than 10 years ago. But Kirsty, being one of those youngsters going into a tournament like this, how can you support these youngsters?
Well, yeah, it's funny you say that. You don't realize that you're like learning stuff when you're learning it and you're having experiences, and it's only now when they bring up things about maybe like being nervous or not knowing how to kind of prepare for an event like this, where you're just like, oh, this has just become like such a normal process for me. So I like to offer like kind of advice and help in that kind of way, and also yeah, just getting them prepared for like what's to come. And it's a huge event, but there's almost no pressure on them, so it's almost a great environment to have your first cap. Because I think you can just step into the intensity of the event. You don't have to like get yourself there, it's almost just offered to you. So I think that's like a real positive for the young ones coming in. But I think nerve control and kind of situation control will be a massive part of it.
Looking at the group stage for Scotland, of course, some strong opponents. I think it's fair to say no matter who you are drawn against, it will be a difficult one. But how do you see the chances of actually making it out of the group here, if we need to be 100% fair?
Do you know, we were never going to say, oh, we're just here to participate. I think if we look at going up against Spain, I think we have a really great chance in all the matches. I think against India, I think that could be a real tough one for them. I'm putting my money on us. I think this could be a really good opportunity for us to cause an upset this year. And Thailand, that's always going to be a huge ask. Their lady singles is strong even without Ratchanok here. So yeah, that'll be a really tough test. But again, like I say, we're ready for it, and we're ready to be the underdogs, and this could be another Cinderella story. Let's find out.
And then the final question for me today, Kirsty, is related to Badminton Europe Instagram reel from yesterday, where Clara Sumendi was a bit cocky, maybe just ambitious, or both, saying that, yeah, I'm coming for both you and for Saina Nehwal. Kirsty, what is your reply to that?
Sure, I expected nothing less from Clara and from the whole of the Spanish team. I think that's such a Spanish mentality to have. I think coming from Carolina, I think that's definitely filtered down through the federation and through the players, and give that kind of belief that they can cause these big upsets. But I hope that we have the same kind of mentality on our team, and we're ready to cause some upsets as well. I think all of the matches are going to be super interesting in our pool. So yeah, I'm excited.
Actually, I have Spain versus Scotland as one to watch on my list. Do you agree?
Definitely. Yeah, I'll be watching.
I
That's
hope
for
so.
sure.
I hope so. Thank you very much, Kirsty, and good luck this week.